Yeah. I don't know if anyone could pass theirs on by email.
It could be maybe a folder.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. Thanks.
Alright. Just one for each other.
One
I might leave the door open for when it gets very hot in here.
Yeah.
Close it. So, did you tell me? So we're going to do a lullaby from the Dacia area, which is the area that I study and the songs I've been learning for years. And the Dacia area is on the southern end of the country, so it's East Munster. So there you have a map. Oops. It should be at the back of it. If you open up your, I think it should be the last thing. So the Dacia area is mostly County Waterford and bits of other counties near Waterford. So, and there's still a tiny, tiny area in the Dacia where they speak Irish, a little Gaelic area. So, and it's called Rhine or Ring. The English is Ring, R-A-N-G. Rhine. It should be. It's on your the first page of the blurb. You can see we're learning a song from the Dacia, East Munster area, and Rhine Ogun. Do you see there? Rhine, that's the name of the place.
Okay.
Ring by the harbour, that's the translation of that. So anyway, on the map, I think I've marked all that. Okay, that's it there. So it's just south from Dungarvan town, and it's a little like a fishing area, fishing harbour, and there's Irish spoken, and it's a tiny enclave of Irish speaking there, away from all the others, and they've got their own dialect and that, and they have it's well known for being a fabulous heritage of songs. So singing has always been really important in Ring, and there's the most well-known singer from there in Greece, and the recent past was Niklas Tobin. I don't know if anybody's heard of him, but there are recordings of him, people learn his songs. So that's Ring. I'm from Fermoy, so not too far, they're in the middle of the map. The woman that it's collected from is Breed I Chonile. It's impossible to spell. That's her married name. She was Breed Noonan. Noonan was her maiden name. So the man who collected it was Liam Denora, and he's from Kilworth, which is very near where I'm from. So just zoom. There's Fermoy, where I was born. There's Mitchelstown, so somewhere just between Fermoy and Mitchelstown in the hills. There's a little village of Kilworth, and he was a really good collector. He was employed by the Folklore Commission to collect in the early 40s. So he was just like, he owned a hardware shop with his brother, that was his job, but he was also a brilliant musician, and he's the organist of the village, and he had a great interest in Irish language and culture and music and sound, so he was employed to collect it, but they couldn't ever afford to give him a gramophone or something to record with, so everything was done, even though he kept asking. The country was poor at that stage, so I guess they couldn't afford it, so he did all the transcriptions by hand, but he's known to have been excellent at transcribing, getting the detail. So Breed then was known as being a really good singer, not like a really good singing voice and that, but the style and getting the expression and the meaning of the song across it, telling the story, like it's like opera on, tell the song, say the song. So she was really good. So that's why I picked this, because it's kind of a really good one. So it's a written source, though we don't have a recorded version of her singing this, so we're going to do it from the written source. So it's a bit like what we do with the harp, but we're we're at an advantage because it's a living tradition we're dealing with. So we've other archive recordings of her, we've other singers from the Daisha we can listen to. We've lots of versions of similar lullabies with Shaheen Shoho, all around the country. So there's loads of sources we can go to kind of know what to do. So you might hear, if you're going to the concert tonight, Roisin might do, because she often does it in concerts, Shaheen Shoho, which is a different version, obviously, similar song, same kind of chorus. So the suetry, or the lullaby, this version of it had kind of supernatural associations. So it was, the music itself was kind of supernatural because it was powerful, and it also had the ability, supposedly, to communicate with the supernatural. So it was a means of stopping the fairies, the malevolent fairies, from abducting the child. So the she, S-I accent, they were like more malevolent than what you think was fairies. They lived in the fairy forts, the little hills with the trees, and they were they might come along and at night supposedly and take the child and put a changeling, put a different child there, not a nice child, in its place. Or they might take the wife and put somebody else in the wife's place. So they were a little bit sinister. So the reason the Shaheen Show is associated with the supernatural is because Shaheen Show doesn't have any meaning in the Irish language. So they're called vocables, so they're not nonsense words, but they think they came from some language further back, so perhaps from like a magic chant or charm. So that's why it's kind of supernatural association. So it doesn't have any meaning for the chorus. And just a little bit about this one. So if you want to go to, mine is blue, but yours is white. The actual song words with the melody, the notation. Have a look at that for a second. But we learn it by ear. So this version that this is it that is sung by Daniel Kimila in 1947 to Lady Norman. He transcribed it. Now he only took one verse and one chorus, but there's a very similar version in Petrie's collection of ancient Irish music, which he did in 1855. So we're going to use, if we have time, we'll add in a couple of those verses. I've given you those so we can make a full song from it. And then I've given you my harp arrangement and harp thing with a blank bass, so you can do your own arrangement if you want. So plenty of material. So right. So this version is in the Dorian mode. So it's actually like starting on the note D. If you were to take the scale of C on the harp. So you just do what's on the harp is the scale of C. So you just go. Sorry, you got the G out. That's our mode that this is sung in. So that gives a kind of I think it gives a feeling of floating, because it never actually feels like it lands. So that adds to this kind of supernatural, mysterious effect. And also, Breed then takes a rest every now and then, which I don't think other singers do that. So it gives kind of a lulling effect to it. So that's why you can see there's changes of time signature. That's just to allow for the rests. Okay, so that's enough talk. So you can ask me questions though if there's anything that comes into your head that you want to. You have things there. Okay, so I just sing without the harp what he collected from her.
No, she doesn't have.
rejected from her. Curig me molam v'chol, sni marach roch mamon modi. Ik leef aan in zijn morgen al, ik leef aan oors nog vogel. Shoin sholo Shoin sho is tu malam. Shoin sholo Shoin sho is tu malam. And that's it. So that's a chorus and a verse. So it's not really, really long, so it's not too hard. And if you look on the page there, you can see it says Malert there on the last line. That means change. So if we add on the other verses and you, whatever you do, when you get to the very end, we can just, it's a slightly different ending. That's what that means. So, I suppose slightly more finished and written here. So, will we try singing? So, I think we'll start with the chorus because the Shohin show is kind of easy for people to get the hang of. So again, it means nothing in Irish. I mean, maybe it comes from, people say maybe it comes from shoda, which means jewel. Could be sho, here, little, but it doesn't make any sense. So no sense. So okay. Shohin show. Maybe we'll do two bits. Shohin show. We'll just do two bars. I hate calling it bars because to get away from the music. Shohin show. Next bit. Shohin show is tu malama. Just the lam of the E there. It's a funny word. You hardly pronounce the E in lanav. It's more, think of it as being part of the L. So lanav. It's there only in a tiny way. And then you actually, he even has written it in brackets a land of. It's spelled Leanbh, but we say land of. So it's like we put in another vowel there, even when speaking. So Shohin, I'll actually say it. I forgot I should say it first. Sorry. Shohin show lo ho o. Shohin show is tu molanov. Sorry, we should say it first. I'm forgetting what to do. So let's actually try and sing that a little bit, and maybe everybody together first. So we'll do Shohin show lo o first. Just that bit. Just saying it. Shohin show lo o. Perfect. The Shohin, just say Shohin. Shohin. Okay, you don't know the T isn't there, it's just like H. Shohin. Yeah. So I father, we did this in, I think it was your group yesterday, the I with the accent is E, is an E sound.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Shohin. Any other accents there not relevant at the moment. So, okay. So that's perfect. Let's do another line. Just saying it. It's the second last line I'm looking at. Shohin show lo ho. Shohin show is tu malanov. So the same thing. Let's say it. Shohin show lo ho. Shohin show is tu malanov. that's it, that's the chorus, so like about 3 words. And so let's sing the chorus. We get the chorus done first and then we come on to the verse. Shine, shine, lo, lo. Shine, shine, is to all love. Shine, shine, lo, lo. Shine, shine, is to all love. I know it's a little bit high maybe for some people, but it's only part of it, and it just kind of works nicely on the harp at that pitch, and for like otherwise the singing is all grovelly down low, so we'll have to put up with a couple of high notes, maybe just big breath.
Still not sure about the end of
Yeah. Lanov, the word, is it?
How would it,
Sue?
can you say?
Lanov. Of. It's like, yeah, of.
O-V,
Yeah,
O-R-O-F.
UHV or something. Of.
O-V,
Okay. Where we're coming from. Lanov. Don't get too much E in it. That was really lovely. Okay, so let's do the chorus again. This time kind of really think about the rhythm where she gives the extra beat, because that either she sings a longer note, or she takes a rest. So the rhythm is really lilting. So okay. Shine, shine, lo, lo. Shine, shine, is to all love. Shine, shine, lo, lo. Shine, shine. And a big long, and you could even, they would actually make those longer sometimes, not always, but for like this was a feature of the variation of one of the features of traditional channel singing is variation. So they would maybe go, one verse might be, shine, shine, you know, so you're kind of, so okay, well, let's just do it, the actual length that's written there, so that is, shine, shine, is to all love. Really nice. We don't have to go quite so slow if you kind of feel you have it. Let's take it a little bit faster. Let's see if there were any ornaments we could kind of put in there. As you can. Shine, shine, is to all love. It's just a mordant. But the accent isn't on the ornament. You lean on the main note and then you just put in the ornament after. Perfect. Sure. And for variation, you could do, you know, if you were singing it on your own, you could leave out the crotchet rest and go, shine, 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 to my love, shine. So you could connect on the phrases. Shine, shine, lo, lo. Shine, shine, to my love. That might be a bit too much. You don't want to overdo, because this is the Dacia style. It's very ornamented, but it's not anywhere near as ornamented as Connemara, so it's like really complicated ornamentation. So this is more straightforward.
And is it thu or tu?
Two, yeah.
Tu. Is it kind of
Yeah,
between?
it's in
Okay.
between. So the tongue behind your upper teeth, two. So it's a soft kind of. See, it's two. Great. Okay, we're flying. So let's do the chorus. So stick in an ornament if you feel you kind of are comfortable doing that, or don't if you don't want to. And we go a tiny bit faster, because be lilting rather than, it's not a slow air, it's a lullaby, so it's got a little bit of the rhythm going. Shine, shine, la, la. Shine, shine, through la, la. Shine, shine, la, la. Shine, shine, through la. Really good. So it's kind of, it's like full of surprises because you think it's going to go down, but it doesn't. So that's all that floating. It's like, it's a bit disturbing, but because it's not landing, but it's soporific because it's floating. Okay, so I think we could try the first verse. So let's have a look at the pronunciation. So you can see the translation. I didn't even talk about the translation. It's down at the bottom of the page. So the translation of the verse. So where you can see there, it says, "I will put my child to sleep, and it is not as the Bodach's churl, or the bad person, you know, the bad person's wives would, in a little cradle, and in a woolen sheet, and in a golden cradle with the wind rocking it." So it's lovely, and it's lovely in the Irish language then. So Cuirthig, I just say it first so you can hear it again. Cuirthig me hain mo lanam a chola. Snimara chuiloch mama mamodig. I glievan se marlin olla. Se glievan or som chech a voga. Okay. So can we break it down? Cuirthig me hain. Okay. So in the Dacia area, you see it says the third word there is F-E for E accent I-N. The accents in Irish are called fadas. So F-E fada I-N. Fain is what you hear all over the country, but in Ring they say hain. They leave out the F. They do that with other words as well. So it's, that's what I say. So Cuirthig me hain. Okay, sorry, let's just say those three words. Cuirthig are, three words, sorry. Cuirthig me hain. Cuirthig me hain. Just say it again. Okay, let's do the first word. Cuirthig, queer. It's like a Q, queer. There's a slight, the I is there at the end, but it's kind of slight. Queer. Cuirthig. Cuirthig. Just try it again, everybody. So Cuirthig. We do Cuirthig. That's fine. Cuirthig me hain. Good, great. Okay. Cuirthig me hain mo lanam a chola. Just let's say a chola. Yeah, chola is sleep. Chola. So a chola, to sleep. A chola. Cuirthig me hain mo lanam a chola. Cuirthig me hain mo lanam a chola. Brilliant. Okay. Now, if you look at the words down below the music, so look at the second line of the verse there. It says isni mara churloch. So isni. But when we put it to the music, we just get rid of the first vowel there. So sni. We run them in together and get rid of the first vowel. Isni. So it is not. Isni. Ni is not. And is is not. Isni. But leave out the first vowel. So leave out the first I. So sni. So sni mara churloch. So queer is put. That word queer is put. So the very first word is I will put. So it's the verb. So between the N and the N, mana, it's slightly, mana, or woman, yeah. Mana, namodig, 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 dig, modig. So listen, mo, the, ig. Yeah, just for the tongue position, so mo, the, ig. Modig. Dig. Yeah, more of the hard G at the end. You're kind of doing slightly C. Dig. Yeah. Do you want to try it? Dig. Yeah. That's it. Dig. Yeah. I think I won't go all around. I think because I hear as we go. Dig. Okay. Let's do up to there first. Again, just say it. So, Quirhig Mehain Malanov. Sorry, we do have so that bit. Quirhig Mehain Malanov. Really, really good. Sneed Mar Hulhoch Mana Namodik. I should have sneeds up here for the winner. Sneed Mar Hulhoch Mana. Really good. It's nothing delicate about this at all.
So it's mana. And then another na.
No. Just slightly different. Now let's go on to the second line. Then so Igliavon. Sorry, yeah, we haven't done this. So Igliavon. So Gliavonin. When you get in at the end of a word, it's like the diminutive. So Eileen is like little Eileen or let's say Noreen. Nora in. Well, but that's little Nora. So it's just like a diminutive. So a little cradle, Cleavon. So the G just comes before the C because that's the grammar. So Igliavoni. Yeah. Liavon. Yes. Great. Giovanni, say Marlene Ola. Marlene Ola. Great. Okay. We keep going there. I won't go back over that because I think you have it. Sigliavon or. So then in a golden cradle. So the Gliavon there, it doesn't have the "een" at the end of it. It's just a cradle, not a little cradle. So Gliavon.
Drop the I.
We drop the "een" at the end, so it's Gliavon. Oh, you do start it off. Yeah. C.
How do you read O-I-R? Sorry.
Or.
Or.
Yes. They do a lot of that with the R in Connemara, but only a little bit in the southern style, but it's in that word.
It's like Icelandic a little bit.
Yeah.
Like that yogurt product that they sell everywhere now. It's called Skyr. Okay, so it's Sigliavon or just say that. Sigliavon or son. No. Because in Ring they put, when there's like some of the words with TH at the end, they do a guttural sound, which isn't done anywhere else. So we have a guttural sound at the start of the word because it's GH, so it would be like in Connemara or anywhere else, it's on goy, the wind, goy. So then it's on goy, and then in Ring,
It's on Choyach. Because you have to go for the end, the last TH as well. And it's very strong. It's very and just finishing it out, voga. Voga. Rocket. Voga. 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 So, let's do the lines. The last two lines of the verse. Let's do that. So, okay, Iglirvani. Okay, we come Iglirvani. So, Iglirvani Simari Ola. Let's do that again. Iglirvani Simari Ola. Perfect. It's how do they do it? How should I say it? Siglirvon, is it? Yeah. Siglirvon or is some Choyach Avoga. Siglirvon or is some Choyach Avoga. On the Choyach Avoga. That's probably the hardest bit in the song. Choyach Avoga. Okay. Will we try singing it, the verse? Are we ready to sing it, or do you want to do just going over the words a little bit more? I should be watching the time.
Maybe another time.
Another one, two words, yeah. And try and write in anything, or record it or whatever, so you really have it for home. Okay, so let's do line by line or something. Cuirigh me hain mo leanmh a chola. Cuirigh me hain mo leanmh a chola. Cuirigh. Leanmh a chola. Okay, so just do it yourselves again. Cuirigh me hain mo leanmh a chola. Perfect, lovely. Sní mar a chuirthach mo ná na mudig. Sní mar a chuirthach mo ná na mudig. So your tongue is behind your top teeth. More G at the end. Iglirvanin Simarlin Ola. Iglirvanin Simarlin Ola. Siglirvan or some Choyach Avoga. Siglirvan or some Choyach Avoga. Really, really good. Really, really good. Okay. I think we should just try singing it because we get more of the feel of the whole song. Okay, so I'm not sure if we sing the line or some verse. Cuirigh me, hang on. Yeah. Cuirigh me hain mo leanmh a chola. Let's just do a little bit by bit. Cuirigh me hain mo leanmh a chola. So if we were to, can I just look, did I put the accents on yours? Yeah, I think you can see where I've put a line underneath. That's where we're kind of aiming for those words, because that's the poetic accent and the musical accent as well. So Cuirigh me hain mo leanmh a chola. So, because it's a lot of the same note and it gets a bit boring if we don't do that. So, yeah. Cuirigh me hain mo leanmh a chola. Just do that again. Cuirigh me hain mo leanmh a chola. That's it, except Cuirigh me hain mo. They're just quavers there, so don't wait on the hain, but just lean on it. Cuirigh me hain mo leanmh a chola. watch not to make the hay in the crotch of the really upset and so it's like a recitative, the verse. Okay, that's perfect. Let's try the second bit of it. Okay, let's do all of that. So try and go with the rhythm that she has, because it's not exactly it's not conventional kind of music. So okay, we'll just do that much again then. Okay? So ask me if you're stuck. Okay, don't think everybody else has it and I haven't, because everybody will learn from everybody else and we really try and get it. I keep going. Okay, so the high bit. No, yes, that is it. We can take it down a little bit, just make it easier. Let's do all that bit again. So really good. Okay, let's do the chorus again, see if you can remember it. No, probably way too low for the chorus, but we'll try it. Really have the chorus. So let's try the verse again. Oh, sorry. 1, 2. So we've like kind of think of the key, and then it's just the leading note going into the keynote. And don't wait there. So So the rhythm is what is really interesting, and that's her interpretation, and he has notated that really well. So really try and get that, because otherwise it's a bit, it's not that interesting. So it creates something fascinating. Okay, let's take it again from the top, and then if we have time, we can try another verse. I'm trying to do it on the harp. Anyway, let's do the verse and we'll see how we go. So will we keep it that key? Will we go up slightly, or what's
up a little bit.
With the alpine. You with the alpine.
Yeah. Well, there is those notes that I just can't do. Yes. Yeah.
That's down a bit like that. We try there and see. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, so that's a little bit too. So we have to go with the accent. So it's so watch that you don't put an accent on the may, because then it goes isn't nice. So even though the word is a strong word, we need to kind of keep it back a bit. Because we have to follow exactly what's written there and get the subtlety. Now, so about the classical singing, just don't do any production at all on the top. So just like in your natural voice, and don't try and push it louder, really. So, they were sitting by the fire. They were, they might have been 80 and they were, it was, when I say that, it was totally relaxed and it was not like production. And anyway, they were trying to put baby to sleep. But, so it's like a different aesthetic. So you're not trying to get a beautiful, you are kind of trying to get beautiful, but you're more just the natural voice, and don't be afraid to use your nose a lot, because so I'm using my nose there, like I could do. That's wrong for Shandos, so you can't. So you kind of put it through your nose a bit. So don't overdo it, but you don't want it all in the nose, but. If you kind of think of the nasal thing as actually just helping it to resonate there, without saying I have to be nasal or something, I can't be. You use a bit of everything, but try not to have it open. So too open. Okay, where were we? I forget where we were. Did we start again? Yeah? Okay. We were talking about the last. Do you remember the note? No? The other harp, the more recent Irish harp, and he's a lovely singer as well. He lives in Dublin, but his heritage would be West Cork, Cormac de Barra, and he does a version of this quite similar. And why did I get out of that now? It'll come back to me. Let's just try it again. Sorry, that's the track. I remember now, sorry. And when we get to the chorus, let's just try the chorus very softly, because he does kind of
he does like almost like, or he does kind of like a wind, the sound of the wind. You know, kind of creates nice magic on his recording of it. So let's just do it really softly, as if we were putting the baby to sleep. We're just kind of almost whispering to get that kind of very still effect. So we go from the chorus. Shining we should actually just try the moderate, the end line of music. Really good. So, what would you like to do? Would you like to kind of, with what bit of time we've left, we have options, we've about 9 minutes. We can keep going around that. We can do another verse from the Petri collection. I can play it, my arrangement, and sing it, the whole lot on the harp, and you can record it. The arrangement is new, and I can perhaps sing the concert, so there really slips. So we can, okay, I'll do that. So this is what I've given you. So I start, what I do actually, to make it a nice performable length, I kind of do a little interlude on the harp, like the chorus on the harp, then first verse, chorus, second verse, chorus, third verse, chorus, and then chorus humming, because they used to do that a lot as well, like maybe in the chorus they do a hummed chorus, or a mixture of humming and words, so it's very in the tradition. Okay, so hopefully this I'll just move over there so my visual aid is in the right place. Sorry. too hard to sing or easy to sing with the heart. Will we have a little look at the second verse to give you a little start of that's so it's lovely. If we look at this page, or would you like to, or would you prefer to just go over the first verse? What's the general feeling?
Let's try the second.
Try the second, because anybody then who wants to try and put it together as a piece will have
Then if we record it, we'll see
record.
Yeah.
Okay, oh yeah, so you can look at the translation there, it's lovely. I put my child to sleep on a fine sunny day between two Christmases, because that's not like two Christmases a year apart, it's Christmas, the big Christmas and Women's Christmas, which was I think the 6th of January. It's not Little Christmas or Women's Christmas. And they did all the hard work and then they could, supposedly put their feet up. And there was kind of a little celebration. The women would take the day off. It's still a bit in Ireland. Like, none of them on.
The twiggings in Spain.
Yeah, oh yeah.
In Georgia, I think Christmas is also, in the Orthodox Church, is also on the 6th of January.
Oh, interesting.
The Magi.
Yeah.
The Magi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, and then it's very, very similar, like with a lot of the same words in the second verse. So now, oh yes, okay. You see that in first here, verse 2 and the first word, that's what's in Petri, but we can just change that. It's just a different way. We'll use exactly what we did for the first verse. So we'll say Curig me hain instead of the Curig shehain. Just we'll keep it the same, make it easier. Sorry, I forgot to change that. So Curig me hain. Curig me hain. Exactly the same as the first verse. So the whole first line is exactly the same. Curig me hain malana v'chola. I'll say the verse for you. La bra brain. Either ha nolik. Igliavon or that Agliavon, you could just change that to Igliavon, it's the same. Igliavon or Urlar Hooker on the steady or the floor, prepared floor. Fui varan the grave is some Grech Havoga. Same thing, on the Grech Havoga, same thing. So a lot of it is the same. We'll give it a try. Curig me hain malana Curig me hain malana v'chola. La bra. Now in ring they say bra. Whereas everywhere or in the south it's bra. And I suppose Canmar, but it says bra. La bra green. La bra green. And the green is kind of green. Either. Ha nolik. So da is two. Da is two. So ha, two Christmases. Ha nolik. Ha. Yeah, perfect. Nolik. Yeah, nolik. Let's just do that much together. So Curig me hain malana v'chola la bra brain either ha nolik. Curig me hain malana v'chola la bra brain either ha nolik. Perfect. Sorry, I should have said Curig there. It's Curig me hain at the beginning. Igliavon or Urlar Hooker. Igliavon or Urlar Hooker. Yeah. Fui vara no grave. Fui vara no grave. Is on the Grech Havoga.
Is this on fire?
Yeah, you could just say Avoga, like we did in the first verse. It means the same thing. So Avoga. No Grech Havoga, because that's a big. On Grech Havoga, which is Avoga. just we all learn. Brilliant. Great. Okay. Pick whatever note you feel comfortable with. Lovely, yeah. Let's all do the chorus. That's really brilliant. You really have it. Does anybody else want to try it? Sarah, did you
No,
have
sorry.
it?
I missed the fourth line in verse 2.
In verse 2.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. Oh, yeah. We didn't do much of it. So, Fivara na grave. Fui, Vara, like a V, Vara, na grave. Grave. Isom Hoyach. Avog. I was saying, just need to make that Avog. Somebody else want to try like the first verse, just so we yeah, oh, great.
I really would do like that. I think so.
Great. Okay. I should really talk about each one. We have to start now, but I forget some of the things because I did think a few things just because it would help everybody. So just with you first, as expression of mind, really good, and you were both excellent and so brave to just really good. That's just brilliant. We had this in I think it was your session yesterday. Don't be subtle at all with the consonants. Okay, the vowels were perfect. So with the Irish, it's more like really strong consonants. Curig me hain malan vachola. Curig me hain malan vachola. So when people are new to the Irish, they kind of you're kind of backing away from the consonants. So your pronunciation was really good, but just stronger with the consonants. You really hear the word then, and it's all really clear. So otherwise, really, really nice. And then really nice. Just again, what I was saying about the top to keep it. No, really, it was lovely. And just sing just the beginning of it again for me, if you don't mind. Just say the first line. That's it. Yeah, no, that's lovely. So just keep this line, that long line. So you have your little accents, but it's try not to have it coming and going. So not like, so, it's different, it's a different thing. So, that's Seamus, you go into yourself, you stay still, there's no expression. But he is such a master at that. But even if you are like in the audience and you're thinking other things, you're kind of like, oh, zoom. Because he is totally in the zone of the song, and he's absolutely. So while he's going in, he actually he doesn't have to bring you in. He just sits there and goes into the song, and we get it. So like that's the story. Does anybody else? I know we'll stop, but if anybody wants to try it.
Could we all sing it together? And
Yeah.
You play it on the harp.
Yes. Good idea.
Fun practice.
There's safety in numbers.
No, and if anybody does want to sing it for me after or anything, or want to ask me anything during the week as well, like just feel free to ask any question at all about it. Because I love teaching it, and I love, it's lovely. And it's lovely to teach musicians because they just like, once you have the words, you're flying. It's just amazing. I'll teach okay, so would you like to try singing the 2 verses? Yeah. Did we record? Did I record? Oh yeah, I did play the 3rd verse. So you have that on recording, so if you like doing it, you can listen to that. Okay. 2 verses. We do. What do I do? I do the intro. So we get. Okay, we're on the high page now. So, okay, we don't want the whole intro. So. That's it. Marie. you also have a blank base if you wanted to do some of your own thing.
Thank you so
So,
much.
you're more than welcome. I really enjoyed it. It was lovely to teach you. And well done, everybody. Great. 'Cause it's not that easy.
It's so magical.
It's magical. I mean, and the language is like, it opens the door into the whole culture.
I have graduation.
Right.
As a version. I can write other column. So I as
Now is the end.
and this
Is that and that
That's the last thing.
yes, it's a lot. And she's
It finishes at 4:30.
yeah. I think that happens with classes when it gets slower with this group. But yeah, I think it would be nice to have a bit more. Good to get the swing in it because everybody goes to lose it. Yeah, actually, Eva was just making the point that it happens in a class, but it gets slower and slower. So if you're trying to talk slightly faster to get more rocking rather than so just a little bit more linked. So I really talk about the organization. I was thinking that earlier.
Normally put it at the end of the phrase, or do you put it in between words?
This is a whole other lesson.
That's a whole other point of view.
And that's the other thing I find when I do it with the harp, you get rigidified then, and you kind of don't do, like for singing without the harp, you do all sorts of different ornamentation every time. But if you do an arrangement, it solidifies it. You just have to, you kind of have to do a lot of listening. That's like, it's like rolling. So I'm the same, I like,
It's just natural.
years, I leave on the earphones for hours doing just going around the house and doing the garden or whatever, and loads listening.
To other channels.
Oh yeah, to the day show, mostly the day show stuff. I'm just learning a song and I just leave it on like 1,000, more, I don't know, for months. And so then you kind of pick up the style,
And what singers would you recommend listening to?
Well, I didn't even talk about the bundle. Everything's
Sorry.
introduction to Sarah Channel singing. There's a whole list there. Of course, there's millions of, not millions, but there are lots of other brilliant singers that I would love. But are you thinking of listening to the Daisha or anybody? Well, like in the Daisha, Nicholas Tobin is the kind of go-to fella, and there are two, like he died in 1993, but he won the Oireachtas 3 times, the big award, so he's kind of everybody goes to him.
And do you think this is the overtones, or would it be more nasally?
It's quite nasal, not as much as Connemara, which is as nasal as Connemara, but quite nasal,
So good.
I mean, the ornamentation, we did touch on it, but then, you'd have to like it more, more, you'd have to come for a listen, or, be a sound, right?
And goes to some.
But also it's a little bit do it over time, very, style, how where to put it, it just starts to come naturally. So, the tea break now.
And she's at the Black Abbey. Yeah.
It's 4:30, 4:40, isn't it?
Are you performing on the evening?
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's Sunday.
Oh, Sunday.
No, we're not. Orange is just going to the concert.
That was wonderful. Well done. Were you kind of like because you have a bit of Irish, was it a bit boring for you then, or
No,
was
it
it all
wasn't
right?
at all.
Good.
I certainly the shotty
The Shawnee Show, yeah. I didn't want to make my talk too long, and I just thought it was too much talking onto the song. But everybody remembers their mother or grandmother singing it to them. Like it's not far back at all. I mean, they still sing it in the grades, but in English speaking Ireland, it was sung. Did you? Was it okay for you as well?
Yeah.
So happy.
Yeah.